You can't tell me that Resident doesn't know what he's doing. You cannot tell me that he doesn't know what he's doing. You cannot tell me that he don't know what he's doing. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I am Anastasia the Black Bookworm, and today we are going to be talking about a very popular book. I like when I get on here and I just start like trying to be secretive about it. Yeah, I forgot to see what time it was. Okay. I try to be secretive about it and pretend like y'all don't know what I'm about to talk about. But more than likely, I'm gonna put it in the title of the video. But that's okay, we can still pretend to be secretive. We're gonna talk about a very popular series that I started reading and thoroughly enjoy. And I have a habit of reading a very popular series years after they've come out because, I don't know, I'm not a contrarian. It's more of like, when things have a lot of hype, I just have to wait for the hype to die down because I don't want to be overwhelmed by like, oh my gosh, there's so much hype, excuse me. So my expectations are like really high and then they go unmet. Like I don't need that. That happened with The Hating Game. And I don't want that to happen ever again. So we wait. But yeah. We are reading A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Well, not we are reading, we have read this book. And before I talk about this book, one, I want to say thank you for being here. I sincerely appreciate it because you could be literally anywhere and you chose to be here with me, and I don't take that lightly. And two, if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel and join the family because we have fun talking about books and bookish things. Now, let's get into ACOTAR and my mind being blown. I'm going to preface this by saying I gave this book 5 stars. Do not regret it. Don't regret a single star. And this might be my favorite book of the year. Might be. Y'all know I love Restore Me by J.L. Seegers. And I have not had a feeling that, I've not had a book that has given me that feeling of just like, I don't know if euphoria is the right word. But I've just not felt like that good after reading a book until this bad boy. Like, it's just unmatched, the feeling that I get after a really good book. And I've been buddy reading it with Jasmine, the same person that I buddy read the Ravenhood series with, because I don't know, we're just gonna buddy read books till the end of time. Jasmine, if you're watching this, I didn't tell you this before, we're gonna keep buddy reading until we can't read anymore. You're my friend for a long time now. Sorry, not sorry. Anywho, this book follows Feyre. I'm gonna assume that that's how you say her name. They said it's 2 syllables and it's spelled F-E-Y-R-E. So I say Feyre. Yeah, that's what I say. But she goes into the woods and she hunts what she thinks is a wolf. And she finds out later on that it's not a wolf. And she has to like pay for her debt. And so she's taken to Prythian by Tamlin, who is the High Lord of the Spring Court. Look at me knowing these things. Wild. Because I've heard all these words before and I just like did not understand what they meant and did not care. But now I've read them and I care a lot. I care deeply. But yeah, she has to stay with Tamlin to repay her debt. And there's a lot of like misconceptions of the Fae, which the Fae live in Prythian and they are immortal. Sorry, all this talking about this stuff is like wild. Like my mind is blown that I've actually read the book. But yeah, they just, humans and Fae do not live amongst one another. Once upon a time they did, they don't anymore. Feyre was like the person that hunted for her family. Her dad had a busted knee, so he couldn't really move around that well. And then she had two older sisters that just they just couldn't do much for themselves. To their credit, once upon a time, this family was very rich. They lost all their wealth, and Fayer didn't really get to like learn about like, I guess, aristocracy the way her older siblings did. Because Sis is like pretty much illiterate. She knows how to survive, and that's it. And paint a little bit, and that's it. Because, you know, when you are living to survive, you don't get the luxury of like learning and enjoying new things and hobbies. So it is what it is. Anywho, she is told that she has to live with Tamlin and Lucian and all the people that are there. Not people, all the fae that are there for the rest of her life. And you would think that she'd be like enslaved, but she's not. She actually has like a lot of like freedom. She can literally do whatever she wants. She's more money than she's ever seen in her entire life. The biggest house she's ever seen in her entire life. And it's like, you don't have to like want for anything anymore. Your family is okay. What do you choose to do? And so, you know, you get to see that relationship develop. You get to see like what her dynamic with Tamlin is, or her dynamic with Lucian is. And this is not like one girl, multiple guys. At least not in this book. I don't know what goes on in other books, but in this one, that's not what this is. Lucian is Tamlin's emissary. So he's like his next in command. And you learn that there's a blight that's taking over Prythian. So like all of their magic is like, it's not non-existent, but it's like a fraction of like the power that they actually have. So what should heal really quickly and what shouldn't bother them is like killing fae. And they're supposed to be immortal. So, you know, big deal, huge deal. And I'm not going to do any spoilers, so I'm just going to stop there. But I would highly, highly, highly recommend this book. Am I going to sit here and praise a book that came out 7 years ago and I'm just now reading it and act like there's a lot of other people that have not read this book? Yeah, because, you know, it might be true. If you've been wondering whether or not you should read ACOTAR, I'm going to say 100% do it. I loved the book. And I am a primarily romance reader, so this is like, it's romance, but it's also like fantasy. And it's like to me anyways, it seemed like it was mainly fantasy with like a romance aspect. And what I've been told about this book is that people say it's like the most boring one. Which is mind-blowing because I loved every second of it. So I'm just excited to continue the series. Do I have any predictions? This is a very quick video, y'all, just real quick. But I do have predictions. So Tamlin is Jasmine's bang. Like that's hers. Rhysand is mine. Y'all, the way that he's described in this book, I didn't even tell y'all who Rhysand is. He's the High Lord of the Night Court, I believe. And he's also, there's this really like big evil lady that everybody's afraid of, and they be calling her Amarantha's whore. Her name is Amarantha. They be calling Rhysand Amarantha's whore. So if you have like this really powerful person that everybody's afraid of, and she is getting her boots knocked by Rhysand, you can't tell me that Rhysand doesn't know what he's doing. You cannot tell me that he doesn't know what he's doing. You cannot tell me that he don't know what he's doing. Oh my God, y'all. And the way that he's described, it's like sex personified. He's not a person, he's a fae. Sex fae-sonified? I don't know. He just sounds like walking sex. I am here for it. Oh my God. I was like, what? This dark mysterious person that everybody's afraid of, because you see him interact with other fae and they like so much just respect and fear of him. So, you know, we love that. We love a man in power. Authority. We love that. And he's described as having like dark hair. He wears all black. He has blue eyes. But you know, it just all sounds real dark and real nice. I love it. I love him. That is that. That is that. I'm not gonna just sit here and like thirst all over him the way that I want to, because I was about to keep going, but I was like, let's not, because I'm a little bit too passionate about it, and I'm gonna save that passion for not in front of y'all. Just know, 5 stars, loved it, would 100% recommend, and I'm currently reading the second one. My predictions, I predict that, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it for you if you have not read it. I predict that I'm going to fall in love with Rhys even more. If you have not read it, please pause, because this might be a spoiler. If you have read it, then don't tell me if I'm right or wrong. If you don't care about spoilers, feel free to continue watching. I don't think that Thayer and Tamlin are going to get married. I think that Rhys's going to collect on his 1 week a month on the day that she's supposed to get married. I hope that they don't get married. That is my prediction. Yeah, because like Rhys is not as bad as like people think and claim. Like he was just having to, my guy was just having to you know, be strategic. But though that's my prediction. Yeah, you know, I think, do I think Thayer will be able to get pregnant? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's my prediction for that. So, okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna put a time marker so people know, like, hey, if you've come back from the spoiler area, I just finished my predictions and we're gonna close this video out. That is it for A Court of Thorns and Roses. Look how this book is so pretty. I wonder if this, no, there's an arrow through him. Oh, is this supposed to be Andres? Andres? I think so. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I love this book. I could gush about this book all day. I won't, but I could. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. And when I say comment, I really mean comment, because I like talking to y'all. Please forgive me, because I be responding late, because life is happening all around me. But I like seeing y'all's comments, because y'all are funny. So please don't be shy. Please comment. Yeah, with that, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.